Don't know why. That's the baby broke. Oh yeah. For some reason, one thing set to fail up, but yeah. Aside, this will be the second playthrough of Maze because last time I just did terribly. So I've made a few alterations, given all but brown and green bones, increased the bonuses a bit, it's still a bit weak. So I think I got the smallest bonus. You know, I'll just give everyone an artifact. Red, what was red? It was cool. Blue was elemental, brown was cost. Yeah. Last time I gave him this time I gave him two options. Tried one last time, this time try this. I don't think I actually nerfed green. Did I nerf green? I think I nerfed him a bit. Oh yeah, I put a guard. Yeah, now I remember. I was going to make a video about it, but this current recorder does not allow me to make a video on it. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe because Goose. I was trying to make a video of the Goose game, which the port of this. It completely broke. Just now, when I began this video, I was completely confused because it showed like 18%. Unlike what I say and how that's heard, instead of 100. Because on 100 is the usual one, which is already maybe a little quiet. So yeah. But the Goose Game thing just completely broke. On both recorders, in fact. When they got kind, I thought it was working. A frame every 10 minutes, though. Well, maybe not quite that long, but plus like half the video was missing. So yeah. Now also I have an additional Vampire Lich and 2 additional zombie and skeleton ones. There's been plenty more additional skeleton ones, but I just fit it neatly here like this, so I left it like I left it free. I just forgot to check what these get. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I added it like more towards the beginning, and I can't remember what the hell. But angel wings? Maybe, I'm not sure. If I put angel wings, I may have actually banned angel wings then. Maybe. Yeah, because I was going to get one month at a time. Also, I can't remember how many times ago, I think I want to mention it, but in technology class, I think this last time, I was thinking that I mentioned it, and I didn't mention it. I nearly mentioned it in the video. So anyone who would have seen it might be wondering. I was talking about something, but I never said what it was, which was a wooden axe. What I made in technology. I made it a while ago, then I brought it back, but we fixed, and last time I fixed it. And we need to be. Well, there's two things I, in the end, didn't bother fixing the other one because it seemed stable enough. It didn't feel like it was shaking around. So, like but the handle was very sharp. That was the main problem that I fixed. So, I was thinking maybe I didn't just pitch and just post it. Maybe. Yeah. I also made a big sword, which is about the same size. This actually has had a problem. The problem being that I don't know where to put it. When I tried to record the Goose Game, the first attempt, I had the axe on me because of just before the beginning of the video, the axe just fell on the floor, and I didn't want that to continue happening. So I just had it on me. Then I put it in my bed. And it's on my clothes. So if I could do it like that, it's probably I could just set something like that or something like, for example, Red visits something. It actually has to attack. Someone else attacks it for damage, no matter what they always ask first. Do you want them to come up? I wish that would be a thing. For example, on this, I would do it like that. So, if Brown would attack this, they would join. On the other side, where the witches are the same thing for me, and for the other two, do the same things. I just think green might be a little unfair for green then, but if green's still too strong, then if that would be possible, that would be good enough. Well, it wouldn't necessarily be enough, it would more just be boosting damage. Well, just can't record a Steam cannot be recorded since it just very laggy, and then just until it breaks, and then I tried recording, but it just didn't work. What the hell did I put here? One time there was a red dragon here. I think it was like the first attempt, which I can't remember that I even released that. Not good. There we go. Since last time I think red was weakest, I'm pretty sure. Red's bonus wasn't too good, really. Since then, he's also the one who's gotten the biggest bonus. Blue's the second place in that, I think. I'm not sure how strong the bonus is what I gave him. He has nearly all level 2 spells right after that, so. I think when I first made the axe, it was more closer to my size. No, it's not as big. It's not as close as it was before. which I can't quite remember since it was quite some time ago. But the original it was the first using which I used for the first video on my channel. If I want to record a video of me making on this map, I have to use that. Since this one shrinks it to like being only like this bit here, being right here, and then the rest is black. I don't know why it did that. That was just what happened. Yeah. It's let's go down a bit. Nice. I made a sword as well. I made a big sword. I made I think 2 small ones, but I think buried. Maybe more small ones. I think one of the small ones is if I want to use it as a real sword, it would just be spanking. I took a shot at it. Yeah, sure. That was completely blunt, but sure. Sharp isn't like the sharpest of the weapons that I made is my axe. It's sort of back to the axe. Originally, like that, I sold my sword. So originally I put my sword for a lot around, so the tip was actually sharp. Now it's blunt, and the tip of the pin was actually sharp. So now it's just completely blunt. Speed sealing many. Pretty time blue down first. No, blue, red. I should think I might do some switching. Because I think red would work well with castle. Blue would work well with cove, and brown I think would maybe work kind of well with elemental. More because the final elemental is even though it's not like in the board game it's strong, but not in the original. Do you want to put so only does green one thing, and all that one thing does is delays him. And I might have to hunt green down first, because green might be someone who can become a very big threat. And then I would just make it less. Usually maybe spike. I'm okay. He's trying to use the map more. Yeah, not too much. Okay. missing sulfur. No. There is a way too expensive. I think the main reason why it's being a problem is just because dragging it is the thing about it. So, one of the main reasons. So I might just undo the negative. If it goes terribly wrong again, I'll undo the negative what I did before and remove the dragon until pieces. Maybe leave one, maybe. But that's just a maybe. If I have all that, I might just guard it. Also, I think I put the block green might give him too big of a negative. Or it might do absolutely nothing since by the time he gets both places. And anyways, I don't stop one. Also, I can't remember, was it last episode I found out, maybe we mentioned this already, but if I show a file that doesn't show up, I have learned that. Maybe we could have learned that bit. Be this slow. Stop checking this. Doesn't check. Yeah, it's still safe. Whoop. Okay. I guess that actually have done again. Excellent. Oh, this wasn't excellent last show. Since that's what I literally get out. first one I'm talking about. I also think the first try I actually did everything as fast as this time, I think about it. Not wood. Not just this as interesting. Well, again, like, now that I think about last time, when I was doing the town bit, I think I was talking about it, you know? Like, specifically when I was talking towns. But I think last time, that one of the episodes got cheaper, it's in 2 pieces, but it maybe should be in 1 episode, but it ended up being 2. So... I think that was the first episode. I'm still like, anyway, it's 2. And the only clue of being to I think the first 2 episodes being supposed to be 1 episode is that the second episode is very short, and I think I only mentioned like towards the beginning. Both of them also just get suddenly cut off. So, yeah. I think I'm beginning from the 3rd one that doesn't happen, but I can't quite remember. here for a turn. I do want to build this, which requires me. I think last time I messed up and did something else and we waited a long time in this town. Also, we'll come back to this town if I get berserk. 5, 6 is very half. I don't really that much more to say. I think that was the main reason why I'm not talking too much about getting all these towns. I think last time it was maybe episode 3 when I got towns, I think. Or maybe it was in the second episode. I can't remember. I don't think I did. Actually, no, imagine I just remembered, I forgot what episode I was on, episode 4. At episode 4 or 5, I think 5 was the final one. 4 or 5, I know that I can open my file, which is not visible, and have a look how much space I have left to know how much time I have left. 4, okay. So I think I can maybe do one out. Maybe. I guess I wasted my money and damn it. Now I'm just gonna get rid of it because I want the cannon. Stop. No haste, okay. I'm definitely a candlestick, it's probably something that I will do. Is this something done? And that's it. Build the ground that why? Last time I think I really mentioned this was but like what? Also, you can hear my bro Larry. Also, wait a second, this is just morale. That's pointless. Pointless artifact, right. Got the gun down. 1 second. I'm gonna actually redo that, which is annoying. Just because I forgot. One little thing. There we go. That's right. I haven't even got this. Right. So that was, yeah. Yep. Okay. Because I did have a look at maps before I was dropped it back. So it's not okay. Yeah. It's stuck in here. What? He's gone. also, the castle specifically, I didn't start this. I forgot I did that. As was a negative for everyone. Not everyone specifically from that castle. But depending on who, everyone has a different one. Mine is castle. So. I have something what I can get out of happy to do. Yeah, I think I just okay. Already, yeah, God. I think I am sure it's good. I'm surprised that like one of my videos got one view hasn't one proper video hasn't been used. Testing. But I think this is two especially ones. Five times should be enough time. Much as more, I think it's more, probably is more watch band, but no, maybe not. Still one. If I see this, yeah, that. These zombies. There's Venom. I was about to end up showing one map, which I think I don't remember when I mentioned it, but I have made a map. In thinking why it's possible to do it without making a map, but I made it in all of this, so yeah. I made an entire map, which is Inferno. The entire map is just Inferno area, all towns are Inferno. I'm not sure about London, I think the ground is, but I'm not entirely sure. Can't quite remember. Oh god, I can't remember. She owns them bills. Finally. Ballistas are the most common of all the siege weapons. I think most towns have ballistas. Most ballistas is the one that also has an upgraded version, which is the cannon. Most of the people do anything? Nothing does? Sure. Green has already the strongest. Artifacts. All equal. Really, I don't think these costs on the track. Income. Number of towns. Only me and Red are taking all of them. Again, Reddit is understandable. England army strength 500 lords. Yeah, it does work like that. Okay, no, I thought it was fixed. None of them fixed it. So BCM is not the only one. Which, if I remember correctly, it just says BCM instead of ECM. Well, subtitles at least. Subtitles. A bit weird. But again, there was like a big chunk in that first video where like nothing was true with. Unless I remember wrong, but what I remember is there's like towards the end there was like, or at least towards the end there was a big chunk which just wasn't true. I think it sounded like, I don't know. This is what I remember. I think I can manage this. So right now I'm having like most problems with wood, the problems with stone, non-metallic problems with stone, and that's weird. All these towns are starts metal stress this time. So maybe I think it was a good that change was back for the first video, even before the first attempt. Actually no. Because I think I attempted it a while ago. I was still to remember on like the 3 ways to get out of bounds English cards. Like in that video is different from how I usually make videos. because I tried it so many times and it took so long to get working. So by the time I got it working, when the video was then showed when the video began, this is just maybe, no, I don't know, maybe. Currently I know I can film Minecraft, not Minecraft, the Heroes of Might and Magic and Heroes of Might and Magic map editor. So for the map editor I do have to use the other one, which I don't like too much using. Very well. Good. Very good. Well, so since I probably won't be making a video on playing the Untitled Goose Game, unless I find a different record, or something else to record, we can actually record it, then I don't, well, we can't actually record anything else. If a Goose Game can't be recorded, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit lot more than just Goose Game, or the Untitled Goose Games. Oh, yeah, you could do something. I might make some videos on me playing the board game. Maybe. Because I had the Heroes of Might board game and free town expansion. So and then 2 more expansions on top of that. So the free town ones are the newest ones. Wow. Not because I'm pretty sure just they could be allowed free. One of them surprised me since one of them was Forge. I think that was the town. So yeah, I am definitely interested in getting that. Well, that's because of the mechanics, because the last 3 or more, one or more pictures have good mechanics. Well, bad mechanics, I feel like, a big piece of it, magic. Even though I didn't use the bottles. was the behemoth normal game? Not too I feel like they're not too strong. Well, at least that's what I think. My brother thinks a bit differently. And the board game and behemoths are very powerful. Because if you don't make too defensive of the enemy, it's not bad. Pick up. Even though technically Dungeon, the original board game, does actually ignore defense, but they added like a new one, so it's a different version. So, what did I want to do? I get most to just focus on these two. If I had any resources, so do This was the second time I realized the video. And I think the main reason that is well, that is one of the reasons. There's two, one of I don't want to know, second, what more used shouting. It's entirely wrong, but it's also not being quite click on effect, lifestyle. Oh yeah, this video. Yes, this will be at it since I have 500 megabytes left. Meaning, if I end the video or not deliberately, the video will end. So, goodbye.